In this month's ABN AMRO World Hockey, we take a look at how the teams fared at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Argentina's men's team vows never to miss the bus again. Does Pakistan have what it takes to weather the storm? And a chat with Lucas Villa, one of world hockey's most promising young talents. Field hockey at the Beijing Olympics lived up to all the hype and expectation, with a men's competition too close to call for most pundits, with several teams capable of effecting an upset win. Let's take a look at how the teams fared. South Africa failed to improve upon their 10th place finish at Athens with a string of disappointing scorelines in the league stage, ending up in 12th place. The hosts did well to finish in 11th place after managing to hold New Zealand to a draw in the pool stage. Penalty corner specialist Yi Song scored 7 goals in the tournament, putting him at 2nd place in the scorers list. Finishing at number 10, the Canadians equalled their previous best finish at the Games with a solitary win coming against the South Africans in the league stage. Belgium undercoach Adam Commons continued with the good work that landed them a spot at the Olympics. They continued their form against Germany, who they beat in the European Championships, holding them to a draw, and recorded wins against China and Canada to finish 9th. Pakistan had a dismal time at the Olympics, finishing behind lower-ranked teams like New Zealand and Great Britain. Their defensive frailties were too much even for their talented forward line to overcome, and they finished a poor 8th. The Black Sticks began well with a win against Korea, but then their defence let them down on several occasions. They were still good enough, though, to put it past Pakistan in the classification match, finishing 7th. Korea recovered well from an early lapse against New Zealand, but stumbled against Spain to lose out on a semi-final berth. A defeat to Great Britain in their final outing consigned them to 6th place. Great Britain carried their good form into the Olympics with wins against Pakistan and Korea. A defeat to the Netherlands and a draw against Canada put paid to their chances of making the Final Four, but they did well to finish 5th, matching England's 5th in the World Cup. Drag flicker Taki Takama's 11 goals powered the Dutch into the Final Four, but a missed penalty stroke against Germany by the 27-year-old cost them a place in the final. A rampant Australia outplayed them in the bronze medal game, pushing this talented side off the podium. Defending champions Australia ran out of steam towards the business end of the tournament, eventually losing to an inspired Spain in the semi-final. The Kookaburras came out all guns blazing in the bronze medal game, beating the Netherlands 6-2. Moritz Hendrick's team looked set for their first ever hockey gold medal, till they stumbled against Germany in the league stage. Brushing aside the challenge of Australia in the semis, Spain ran into an informed Germany once again, ending up with a silver medal. The reigning world champions raised their game when it mattered the most despite draws against Korea and nemesis Belgium. Marcus Weiser followed up his Olympic gold with the women's team with this success. Christopher Zeller scoring the all-important goal in the final against Spain. So the German hockey team adds another feather to its cap, with a World Cup already in the bag. Spain finish with a creditable silver, the Kookaburras take the bronze, with Netherlands finishing fourth. The women's contest promised to be an absorbing one, with several teams out to challenge the Netherlands, the number one team in the world. Argentina were riding high on their Champions Trophy success, while China were banking on some home support to spur them on. Here's a quick look at how the teams fared. New Zealand carried their poor run into the Olympics, finishing at the bottom of the heap. Coach Kevin Townside never got off the blocks, losing every game. The South Africans seemed all at sea against quality opposition at the start of the tournament, but then did well to secure a win against New Zealand to finish 11th. Japan played a few good games against the likes of USA and New Zealand, but failed to close out matches against bigger opponents. A defeat to Korea meant that they ended up in 10th place. The Korean defence failed to back up their goal scorers as they ended up at the wrong end of some high-scoring encounters. The Asian Giants finished a poor ninth. Lee Bodemead's USA began well with hard-fought draws against Argentina and Japan, but wilted against an informed German side. A golden goal defeat to Spain in the classification game kept them at 8th place. After taking the long route to Beijing, Spain's campaign had a bad start with big defeats to China and Australia. The team pulled things back with a couple of wins, but were only good enough for 7th place. Great Britain did well to secure a 2-all draw against Argentina, but were routed by the German women. A draw against USA spoiled their chances of making the semis, keeping them at 6th place. Australia had a dismal finish to their Olympic outing despite losing just one crunch game against the Netherlands. The Hockeyroos also drew a crucial tie against China, failing to make the last four for the second time running. Germany got over a 4-0 rout by Argentina in the league stages to make the semi-finals, but then stumbled against a strong Chinese team. The defending champions then came up short against Las Leonas once again, ending their medal hopes. Luciana Aymar's Argentina looked good for a place in the final until they came across a Dutch side on the rampage, losing their semi-final 5-2. However, a win against Germany ensured a bronze medal finish. Host China did their fans proud with their best ever finish at the Olympic Games. Coach Chang Bak-kim's side performed consistently throughout the competition, even securing an upset win over the Germans to earn a silver medal. A tournament high of 11 goals scored by Marcia Pauwman ensured that the Netherlands did one better than their silver medal finish at Athens. Coach Mark Lammer's side bade him a fitting farewell, earning the right to be called Olympic champions. So the world's top team managed to live up to expectations, winning the most coveted prize in the game. China was the most improved side in the contest. Argentina managed just a bronze, while Germany could only manage 4th spot. Germany topped ABN AMRO World Men's Rankings, followed by Australia. Silver medalist Spain rise to 3rd. The Netherlands dropped to 4th. Korea stay at 5th. England rise to 6th. New Zealand surge to 7th. But Pakistan dropped to 8th. With Argentina at 9th. And new entrant Belgium make up the top 10. In the ABN AMRO World Hockey Women's Rankings, gold medalist Netherlands stay on top, Argentina is second, Germany stayed third. Silver in Beijing moved China to fourth. The Hockeyroos dropped to fifth. Japan are down to sixth. Spain are at number 7. England moved to 8. The US makes an appearance at number 9. And Korea round off this month's rankings. After the break, Argentina's men's team makes a new beginning. And Pakistan hockey faces some tough questions. Argentina's failure to qualify for the 2008 Olympics was one of the biggest surprises in the lead-up to the Games. While the spectators missed Argentina's attractive ball skills at Beijing, it was a frustrating time for this talented team as the players sat out of hockey's most coveted competition. It's a huge disappointment for this largely young group of players, but their time out of the game has given them the opportunity to reflect on what could be improved.
If you put it like that, it's really serious, but in the end of the day, it's something that you work day to day, and it works like that in sport. Sometimes when we won Belgium in the challenge, we went up the podium and we celebrated like crazy. We got a gold medal, and sport is also to missing a tournament. And I think the guys, the players took it in a well way, but they really want to participate in every big tournament. So they are now learn from that. They say, okay, we should not fail in any big tournament anymore. They really believe, and I also do believe, we are strong enough to do not miss out on any future tournament.
It is this future-oriented outlook that new coach Carlos Retegui has instilled within the team. Taking over from Sergio Vigil, the 39-year-old former defender, has kept faith with the same group of players. So what's changed?
The difference is that we all learn from our mistakes. We learn from the good things and we learn from the bad things. So I think that when we did not qualify, I think the guys look deep down to themselves and say, what did we do? What can we improve? It's difficult to explain that to other people because what you say is right. We were all the same people there. What has changed? In hockey, everything what smells is details, and I think the guys are mentally stronger, more convinced from their own strength, what they can do.
The things change a lot with a new coach. We need more fresh air. Now we have it, and I think we changed that. We are more aggressive. We are there to play every time with the ball because Argentina has good players, so we can play hockey. Yeah, I think the team now is more aggressive and more is always trying to score. Not to defend every time, but always going forward and try to score.
Retegui's approach has already translated into some silverware for the South Americans. The 2008 Aslan Shah Cup was a testing ground for the team's no-holds-barred style of play. And with teams like New Zealand, Pakistan, India and Belgium in the fray, a win was a great confidence booster.
We came into the stadium and we saw the Gold Cup, and Carlos, the coach, said to me, he tipped my hand, look at the Gold Cup. Wouldn't it be nice? He said, yeah, but come on, we just started, the team relaxed. Yeah, I know, but and we know there were 7 teams and one team is not going to play. I said, we are not going to be that team. Okay. We're not going to put a objective for the players we enjoy. We play like we can play. Pakistan was there with all the players, New Zealand was there, Canada, Belgium, all qualified for the Olympics, and we started the first game, we won. Second game, we won, and we said, okay, what's going to happen? Then finally we won the tournament, and then we had the same Gold Cup in our hands.
The infusion of youth and experience has begun to work wonders for Argentina. Less than 5 months after they were out of the Olympic race, Argentina managed a best-ever finish at the Champions Trophy. A bronze medal, testament to the quality of Argentina's young players drafted in from their under-21 World Cup winning team of 2005.
First of all, I think it's a very good side because they proved it in Hobart. When the coach Alejandro Verga took them there, they become second. And in Rotterdam, they became world champions. So I think it's a very talented side, and most of all, they are very good friends because they're many years together. And that's very nice. A talented crew with some experienced players, and I think it will need some more time to mature a little bit in playing. But what our advantage is, they use now in international hockey. They played a lot of tournaments in the last 2-3 years, so that was a good investment, I think. And the most important is, I think, a lot of them play in big clubs here in Europe. So they have every week train on a high level, high rhythm, and they also play on a high level every Sunday.
With the Champions Trophy success, the team looks like it has recovered from the disappointment of missing the games. So what does the future hold in store?
What we have discussed and what Carlos always said, he said, Adel, step by step, step by step. And I think he's right.
The team now turns its eyes towards qualifying for the 2010 World Cup, and this time they're aware they can't afford to slip up. Pakistan's 8th place finish at Beijing has set alarm bells ringing within the hockey fraternity in the country. It's the 3-time Olympic champions' worst ever finish at the Games. Pundits might argue that they had seen the writing on the wall after the team's poor recent performances, but the nation itself expected better things from a team with such a proud